What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Nothing But Skills, and today I'm excited to finally be able to present this exclusive private beta gameplay. If you guys haven't heard, or you guys weren't keeping track of my Instagram, my Twitter, or even YouTube, you might have missed that I was flown out to San Francisco by Ubisoft for a special capture event to play the demo prior to it being released on the 7th to the 10th of February. Now there's going to be a lot of things for you to do when the beta does drop. We had access to all the main missions, the open world, and endgame, but during the beta you'll also have access to the dark zone and conflict. Now since they already had a PvP event, we didn't get access to the dark zone and conflict. We were focused on main missions, open worlds, and endgame. And to tell you guys the honest truth, I'm very excited about what PvE has to offer in Division 2 versus what PvE had to offer in Division 1 just at launch. You guys are going to be overwhelmed with all the content that we're going to be getting just at launch with the Division 2. I got to meet some really cool people, as you guys see in the picture. If you guys don't recognize them, then you're not a real Division 2 fan, but the event was a blast. I got to learn so much about the division, the future of the division, and just where they're headed with the division. And I'm telling you guys will not be disappointed. The private beta was just so much fun, and this was just playing all PvE. And you guys know me, you guys know I love PvP. I love the dark zone, I love last stand, I love skirmish in the Division 1, but I was having a blast just playing the PvE. And what it gave me time to do was analyze the game, see how the movement was, see how the gun recoil was. And I'm going to tell you, from playing the E3 demo to playing the private beta, the movement has been improved tremendously. I was a little disappointed with the movement at the demo at E3. I felt like it was a little bit too clunky, but I feel that they finally tweaked it just right. And I'm actually really excited with where the movement is right now. I feel like they found the perfect balance of not being Division 1 and being Division 2. They kind of found that middle ground, and the movement to movement cover, I feel like it's way smoother than in Division 1. The climbing over walls, the vaulting over objects is a lot smoother than it was in Division 1. I want to know what you guys think about the movement just from watching the little bit of gameplay you guys seen here compared to my E3 gameplay. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it down below. Just watch the movement on this gameplay versus the movement on my E3 gameplay, and you guys can really see the big difference between the two. Also, a really big change that I noticed in the Division 2 versus Division 1, because I recently just started playing the Division 1 again, is the amount of damage you take and how you can't burst heal anymore. And that's really where it's going to make you guys have to play in cover. Yes, you're not always going to have to be in cover. Yes, you can still get in the NPC's face, but remember, once your armor bar goes away, you pretty much are nothing without that armor. So as soon as those white bars above your health bar go away, you're gonna see how fast my health drops. And it happens a couple times here. I'm getting shot in the back right here. My armor bar goes away, and then you could just see my health. It just starts to drop instantly, because your armor in the game is what's protecting you, and when you lose that, you have no type of protection from NPCs or players. And I think that's where the time to kill has been improved. And I think a lot of you guys who were tired of having to shoot players 40 times, having to shoot NPCs 1,000 times, are going to be really happy with the Division 2. And you guys will be able to experience this during the beta. So I'm going to let you guys experience this part without me talking. And then once we clear this area right here, we'll get back into talking about the Division 2. So at this point, we just cleared out the front lawn of the White House where the base of operation is. We're walking in, and now we get to see where our home at the Division 2 will be. What a beauty compared to what we had in the Division 1, the post office, and in Division 2, we get the White House. Ain't no better place to set up shop, right guys? So just so you guys know, I will not be spoiling anything with any cinematic screen, so I will be cutting here and there, so that way people who do play the game, play the demo, get to enjoy it themselves. So at this point, we are still level 1. We did pick up some knee pads. I love the new look of the menu system in the Division 2. I feel like it runs really smooth. I didn't really have any issues with it. Since we are level 1, we only have access to 1 weapon versus 2 weapons, and then of course just 1 skill. So once we get into the base of operation, it's going to tell us to head over to the quartermaster, and that is exactly where I want to start my next discussion points with you. And the quartermaster is where you're going to be able to do everything to upgrade your character in the division. The quartermaster is probably the person you're most likely going to interact the most. Now, during the private beta we were playing, we only had access to the turret, the seeker mines, and the drones. Now, this may be the same 3 skills that we have access to during the private beta on the 7th through the 10th. I didn't ask this question, but I'm assuming if we were playing the private beta, we're only going to have access to 3 of the skills. They're not going to give us access to all the skills. You know, they want us to have a little bit to look forward to going into the Division 2. Now, with all the skills, there are variants of the skills, and you can see I just unlocked 1 variant of the turret, and this screen right here is going to let you unlock weapon attachments, going to let you unlock another weapon you can carry at the same time, so you can have 2 weapons versus just 1 weapon. It's going to have your underbarrel, it's going to have your scope, it's going to have your suppressor, it's going to have your extended magazine, it's going to have everything that you're used to in the Division 1. But remember, now attachments are no longer lootable in the open world. They're unlockable, so when you unlock them, then you can use them on all of your weapons. And I'm going to do a video where I go a little bit more in depth on the quartermaster, and we'll talk about that one most likely tomorrow or the next day. So we're going to fast forward a little bit, and I am in my first mission. This isn't one of the main missions, it's just a mission that I got to do solo. So we completed 2 missions solo before we jumped into our group of 4. And if you guys haven't heard, I played with Like a Hero, who is a Twitch streamer, with Sunny B, who's also a Twitch streamer, and then of course Jasimian, who is a YouTuber like myself. So our squad was really fun to play with. It was a good time. We had a lot of laughs. I do have all their commentary muted right now because this was a solo play, and I just wanted to do a little voiceover for you guys, talking about the Division 2, talking about my impressions and my expectations of the Division 2 going forward. What the Division 2 decided to bring you guys for the beta with all the content, I don't think there's anything you can be disappointed in if you guys don't take the opportunity to play the beta. The beta is going to give you a taste of everything. It's going to give you a taste of the main missions, the open world. It's going to give you a taste of the dark zone conflict, and then also end game missions, which are a blast. And I'm going to have a video just on that with squad play, and it was intense. I'm going to tell you guys, the Division 2 starts once you finish endgame, and I'm going to leave it right there. Once you guys get into endgame for the Division 2, you guys are going to have so much fun, and I'll have a video on that later on. There's just so much content I captured during this event that I couldn't bring it all in one video, so I'm breaking them up, and we will talk about endgame and beta missions, and we'll go into more detail in that video. But for all you PvE guys who don't like PvP and are worried about the content you guys will have to play, the content that Division 2 is bringing just at launch is impressive, and what they plan on bringing for the full year is even more impressive. So we're gonna leave that right there. I just want you guys to know, you PvE guys, you guys have so much content to play with that if you guys don't want to play any PvP, you guys are gonna be just fine. What is everybody excited for the beta? What are you guys excited for most? Are you guys excited for the main missions? Are you excited for the open world? Are you excited to play in the dark zone? Are you more of a PvP competitive guy, so you want to play conflict the most? Or are you excited to get to those end game and beta missions and see how hard they are, and see how much fun they are? There's just so much content during this beta that I think if you guys can't decide for yourself if you guys are going to enjoy this game, then you can watch my videos and hopefully I can decide for you. But I really recommend you guys taking advantage of pre-ordering the game and testing out the beta. If you guys don't play the private beta, remember there will be an open beta later on, so you still will have another opportunity to try to play it. If you guys want to see what the Division 2 is about, this is a perfect time for you guys to do that, because the amount of content that we're getting during this beta is very impressive, and I was very impressed with the private beta myself, and I'm more excited about this game launching in a little over a month. Can you guys believe that? Division 2 will be out March 15th, March 12th for that early access. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe the Division 2 is just around the corner. So my plan for the beta will be streaming it from the 7th through the 10th. I will be playing it on YouTube and on Twitch. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to do like a morning stream on YouTube, a night stream on Twitch, or vice versa, but I will be streaming 7th through the 10th about 4 to 5 hours, so that way you guys have an opportunity to watch me, especially if you guys don't have an opportunity to play the game. That way you guys can get a feel for if you guys want to even pre-order this game, if you guys even want to buy it, because I know a couple of you guys saying that you're not sure if you're going to pre-order, you want to see what the beta looks like. Well, my streams are going to be a perfect place for you guys to figure out if it's something you guys want to watch. I'll try to play everything from open world to main missions to dark zone conflict, and then of course those invaded missions at endgame. I'll have a couple more videos coming out this week, so I hope you guys enjoy the content. Make sure you smash the thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, first time watching the video, hit that subscribe button. If you guys have any questions after watching this video, use the comment section down below. Enjoy the rest of this video. Until the next one, nothing but skills is out.